Again, guys, CM here. Sorry it's been a while. Been busy over the New Year and Christmas period with, of course, meeting family, friends over that time, as well as being busy with work. And also dealing with a bit of a throat infection, as well as a couple of nasty other problems. So today, I figured, well, Kallo's sent me one of the replays that he had in the EBR 75, one of the new wheeled vehicles that's going to be coming into the game. This one, of course, the premium, tier 8. And I figured I hadn't thrown in my 2 cents yet, so I might as well. Little late to the party, but hey-oh. So these vehicles, obviously, they got wheels. They're very fast. They're not super small. They're put in the light tank class, and basically they have 2 modes. They have either a cruise mode, which lets them go very fast in a straight line, but their turning suffers, or they've got a mode where they can keep up to a good speed while also turning. This one has a 75mm gun with a 2-shot autoloader. And also with these vehicles you have a boost that you can use when you're stationary to basically get yourself up to speed very quickly. Also, immobilizing them you can't do. Knocking out multiple wheels does cause them to slow down a lot. Knocking out even one causes them to slow down a lot. Obviously not a lot of health because they're classed as light tanks and no armor whatsoever. But they go the same speed forwards and backwards, so very, very good at getting in and out of trouble. Not much view range though, because these are designed for active scouting, which is exactly what Kallo is doing here. As he makes sure that Progetto gets taken down. He doesn't get all the spotting though, one of his teammates does get a little bit as well. Looks like the friendly Scorpion G got a little bit as well. Now moving around up onto one of the ridges, looking for more targets to spot. Nothing yet. He's hoping that one of the enemy team's going to come around and try and stop him after the Progetto died, but it appears not. Not at the moment, at least. As the friendly Tiger 2 pings E0, saying that's where the RT is, but instead Kallo finds the enemy Waffenträger Panzer IV, puts a shot in, decides he needs to get out, gets a little bit of spotting. That was the Progetto hitting him there, and again. So far, not a lot of damage. These guns have fairly low alpha. I think this one's at 170 alpha, off the top of my head. Pen is about average for a light tank. Fairly comparable to something like the M41 Walker Bulldog. As the enemy FV4202 pops up, the Prius. That's going to be a bit of an annoying tank to fight for Kallo, because his APCR is not going to be that effective. Particularly since APCR in this game is not, well, much like in War Thunder actually, is not very good against angled armor. It's great against flat armor or against armor it can overmatch, and also the shell velocity is great, but against angled armor it suffers. So he decides to load some heat shells and tries to bait the FV in coming forward so then the Progetto can shoot him a little more. Team scores not too great at the moment as the Waffenträger bluffs a shot. Of course this vehicle, pretty small when it's hull down, since it's the AMX-13 turret, so very small target hull down. Loading HE shells now for the Waffenträger. Scores are not looking good though, 2-5. Puts in a couple of shots there, first one for 273. Artillery splashes the Waffenträger for 477 and then finishes off the Waffenträger. Meanwhile the Progetto there, not having much luck himself, only 3 shots, all missed. One whole clip not a single hit. Unfortunate for him. As Kallo moves forward, attempting to spot even more. Trying to move up onto the hill now. At the back of the enemy spawn. Starts to creep over to see if he can spot any of the campers, and does so. Enemy charioteer spotted on D7 there. In fact, both of them, they're in a platoon. Knocks down the tree, but no one's really paying attention to him at the moment. He's not even spotted. Puts 2 shots into the first charioteer for 351. Does get him spotted, but that's, of course, because he fired the gun. Shell velocity on this gun is very nice. Standard ammo, of course, being APCR. Heat shells, of course, useful against targets at range. Enemy Mauerbrecher, it seems like, has come back though, as he takes an APCR shell through the side, which takes out a couple of wheels and his engine. Repairs his engine while his crew fixes the wheels. As you can see, he does still retain mobility after the wheels are damaged. Meanwhile, enemy T-57 heavy and 1 or 2 other heavies are trying to push in on the friendly base. The T-10 there also spotted as the friendly artillery takes down one of the charioteers. The Progetto is now taking down the T-10, so now it's down to just the T-57 heavy out of the tanks attacking the friendly base. However, friendly E-50 got spotted and taken down by the enemy artillery after he was fighting the 2 charioteers. As Kallo spots the Mauerbrecher pushing towards him. Loads a heat clip, 1 into the lower plate, and the second one unfortunately goes into the upper. Decides he wants to get out of here now, as friendly artillery splashes the Mauerbrecher. Does find the enemy artillery, finds the M40. Was not expecting him to be there, it seems like. As one of the enemy RT actually tries to shoot Kallo there. Not sure if that was the M40 or if it was the GWE-100. Spots the Mauerbrecher and the second charioteer again. Charioteer is really trying to get rid of Kallo here. So Kallo pulls back once again. The same spot he was been using before to fight the FV and the Waffenträger and the Progetto. And just waits. Puts 1 shot in, he decides he's not going to get another one, so he pulls back. Charioteer is rushing over, does hit him with an HE shell, but only clips him, doesn't pen. As friendly artillery starts trying to take out the Charioteer, and the 704 gets the killing blow. All spotting going to Kallo there as well. This is where the GW tries to take him out, does splash him. Takes out one of his tires and stuns him. Kallo fixes those up very quickly there. Loads more heat shells for the Mauerbrecher. Friendly Progetto is also moving in there. Friendly Object 704 is moving in, as well as the E75. They're a bit further away. There's the Mauerbrecher. Lurking in the cap circle. That's not going to be very good for him because artillery is, of course, still in play. As the Mauerbrecher tries to take a shot at the Progetto, misses, and the Progetto finishes him off. Kallo, meanwhile, looking for the RT. There's only the 2 artillery pieces left. The Progetto knows where one of them is. Does Kallo know where the M40 is? He's not in the same place he was before. Unfortunately for Kallo, however, well, this is when Kallo realized he fucked up. Yeah, unfortunate for Kallo, but yeah, that's artillery for you. You know, light tanks counter arty and all that. Now we're gonna speed this up because friendly arty takes out the T92, and slowly the Progetto takes out the GWE-100, and that secures the win. So Kallo, that got Kallo his ace tanker in the Panhard EBR 75. Got him a patrol duty, as well as 3,734 spotting damage, and 2,427 of his own, 2 kills. And 1,212 base XP. That is pretty low, but bear in mind that when he got this tank, he got it from a code that was given out by community contributors that got him a 7-day rental, so not many people were playing it, so the requirements for Ace were fairly low at the time. But it's a good match to show what this tank can do. You can see with its mobility, it can go up some steeper slopes than most tanks can. Obviously, that first slope he went up. Some other lights can do that. I've seen T100s going up there, other particularly fast light tanks as well, like Rheinmetall Panzerwagons, things like that. And of course, moving on, Kallo did make quite the profit here. These seem to be profitable tanks. Oh, this seems to be a profitable tank, at least as far as this premium one goes, since you're relying more on spotting rather than actually doing any damage. Bearing in mind he was using premium food here, and he did fire some heat shells still. He would have still made a profit. And this is after you include some of the winter bonuses. He would have still made something like a 60k profit, something like that, off the top of my head. Actually, yeah, about 60k he would have made, which is not bad at all. So good job to Kallo, as well as he got, obviously with the premium account he got a bit more XP after the multiplier and bonuses for the event, so he got a total of 3,182 XP that match. So, a couple of things I want to go over. Firstly, I've had a couple of ideas for videos. One, I want to know what you guys think about this one before I actually make one. Or start making them, because I figure I might do like a weekly kind of like one video a week, sort of just saying what's been going on, like keep you guys updated, kind of like a vlog sort of thing. I don't know, like maybe put up a bit of gameplay in the background, sort of similar to what some other YouTubers do. Maybe throw my own style in there. I don't know. That's that kind of thing. That kind of vlog sort of post with gameplay in the background, saying like keeping you guys up to date on what I'm doing. Secondly, I will try and get a stream in over the next week, because I do want to get back to that as well. Again, sorry to you guys who normally drop by. I've not really had the time for it lately. Hopefully have some more soon. Like I say, I'll have a couple of days during the week, so I'll try and get 1 or 2 out during that time. And for now, guys, that's everything from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.